Hi, in this video I'm going to show you how to create some flower shapes using basic shapes in the Brother ScanNCut Canvas software, which you can then cut out in paper or card like I've got here, and then use them on your projects. I started off with basic shapes in Canvas, cut them out in two different colours of card and two different types of scrapbook paper, and then I use them in this project to make this wreath. So I'll move these out of the way so that we can crack on, and I'll show you what I did. So we're going to go to our basic shapes, and then once these load, I'll just show you a couple of different options, and then you can play around with some of the shapes yourself. Once you've got the principle, you can try them out yourself. So we're going to scroll down and we are going to choose, let's choose this one for now, get it on screen. I'm not going to do anything with it size wise at the moment, I'm going to leave it for now, but while it's selected you would hold down the Alt key on your keyboard, and while you're still holding that down, if you left click with your mouse and turn this around, you'll see it's created us a duplicate of that shape, and then we let go, and then you hold down the Alt key again on your keyboard and do the same thing, drag, keep holding down on the Alt key but let go of the mouse, and then do it again and drag around. And then all you have to do is drag an imaginary box around everything and weld. Now on this one we're not going to get much of a shape because it was a chunky shape to start with, but we'll wait and see what happens, and then I'll show you some other shapes. And really it's as simple as that. So that's the first one. Obviously you can then resize it. If you hold the shift key down on your keyboard and drag it in, it will drag it down and resize it proportionately. So I'm going to choose this shape now, get it into the middle of my page, again hold the Alt key, this time I'm going to squash this one in a little bit, okay, hold the Alt key down on the keyboard, drag and move into place, and when you're happy let the mouse go, keep holding the Alt key down, drag, keep holding the Alt key down, drag again, and then drag an imaginary box around all of those and weld. And that's another shape, and again you can resize. I'm just going to find one that was a nice shape that I used, this one, this kind of diamondy type shape. Now this one, again, I squashed it in to make it long and thin, but what I did with this one, held the Alt key down and created myself a duplicate, but then I brought the duplicate down so that I only had a small overlap here in the middle. I selected both of them by dragging an imaginary box around them, and I went to edit, align and left, so I know that they both lined up evenly, and then I welded. And then once I'd got the basic welded shape, which you just have to wait for the software, it's running a little bit slow at the moment for some reason, and then select it and do the same thing. So hold the Alt key down and move. When you've got that one where you like it, let your mouse go, keep holding the Alt key down, move again, let go of your mouse, hold the Alt key down and drag another one round, and then drag an imaginary box around everything and weld. And that's how I got the shape to make, I'll just bring this one back in, this one here, okay. And then what you can do, obviously select it all, hold your shift key down, you can see the size of it here, it's quite big, it's 7 inches, drag it down, I think mine were all around about 2.5 inches, something like that. And then while that's selected, if you go to your offset button, take it down to 0.4, it's smallest to start with because by default it's on 0.2 and sometimes that can be a bit big. Make sure it's on outward and then just move this slightly. I think I did 0.08, say OK, And then when you move that away, you've got an outline. So you could cut this in card and layer that up in paper on top. Obviously, if you want a bigger outline, go back on it, go to the offset button again. I always like to take it down to the furthest left point before I start increasing it, and then I can see it go up incrementally here. So the next one will be 08, then 12, and then it goes to 2. So we'll try 2 and see what happens there. This will obviously give us a lot bigger shape. So that's how I did that one. And then another one I used, just need to try and find it, was I think this one. So with this one, I rotated it before I started, and then I squashed it in, so it was quite narrow. And then again, hold your Alt key down, rotate, hold your Alt key down, rotate again. Don't forget to keep letting go of your mouse once you've got your portion in position. Alt key down, rotate again. Select everything and weld. And again, you can put an outset on that. My computer's just running a little bit slow because I've got other things going on in the background. Again, hold your Shift key down, resize, go to the outset button, take it down, bring it up to whatever you want, say OK, and then drag it apart, and then you've got another shape there. And then I chose one of the scallop shapes. I think it was this one for one of them, and I squashed that one down, and then again holding the Alt key down, rotate, rotate and rotate, select and weld, and then you get all these great different shapes that you can cut in card and paper and turn into flowers and layer them up, and you can cut them in different sizes, have some bigger and some smaller. And again, that's what I did here. I don't know if you can see in the picture, but I've got 2 big ones layered up there, and I've got a smaller one in the middle. Just have fun with the shapes. All these different shapes in here you can use and turn into something completely different. Here's another one. I used this one. Again, what I did with this one, I made this one thin and recreate and welded 2 of those together. So I did the same thing, Alt, and then move this one down, overlap them. Move that one out of the way, I've got too many things on the page now. Overlap them and welded them, and then once it was welded, did myself my duplicates again. And you get all these different shapes that you can then turn into flowers and cut in different sizes and use in different projects. So I hope you found that helpful. If you've got any comments, leave them below. Please like, share and subscribe if you would like to see more videos.